Hi, I'm
God,
Don.
that sound. I'm sorry. That sound, that old Capcom, the intro.
It's very iconic.
He's Don. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm Don, and you're Beau. And look at all that memory.
Real men. 8192 terabytes of real men. It's mem, but I'm Beau, by the way.
Yeah, and
This is such a cool opening.
Yeah, Dr. Kane is logging on.
Oh, that's right. It's not Dr. Light in the X series.
Yep.
It's Dr. Kane because
And-
the Able. Yeah,
And just so it's clear, his doctorate is in, he studies plants. Basically, he's a botanist.
Oh, is that real?
Yeah, in the instruction manual, X's recovery is logged as initially him studying ancient plant life. And he's excavating it, and he uncovers Light's lab, which was buried somehow. And he finds X.
So X is a sequel to the Blue Bomber. They're in the same continuity.
There is absolute continuity. Mega Man has disappeared. X was the last creation of Dr. Light.
This was such a cool opening for Super Nintendo.
Yeah,
like,
this is like, basically the last will and testament of Dr. Light right here.
This is atmospheric as crap.
Basically, Dr. Light is dying. He has, and he wants, before he releases X, because X has untapped potential. He can think, and he can think for himself. Asimov's laws have no power over him, so he wants to make sure that he has the right kind of mindset to be of value and not a threat to humanity. So he sets him in this capsule to stick around for 30 years, but a lot longer goes beyond that.
Because it was 20 XDX.
Yeah.
In, Blue Bomber. Now it is 20 XDX.
At some point, X got forgotten before he was recovered.
God, this music.
Yeah.
God, it might be the greatest OST of the 16-bit era. Do you think I'm going out on a limb there?
I wouldn't contest that at all. It's, it's literally my favorite game.
This is your favorite game of all time, isn't it?
It's certainly the one I've played the most.
I love how you jumped over the yellow.
Yeah, it's completely unnecessary.
This is Don's playthrough. I am so bad at Mega Man X. It's not even... I can beat it, but... y'all don't want to watch that. You want to watch... Like, look at this. This is a man that has this game memorized.
I have no reason not to. I've been playing this since 3rd grade. Like, I could literally beat... I got up... I used to get up before school and beat it and then go to school. And I walked to school. So.
Yeah, uphill both ways.
Yeah.
You beat Mega Man X uphill both ways. Like, and look at the scenery in this game. Like, 16-bit era, they didn't have to give us those skyscrapers in the back. Like, they didn't have to make the sky look like that with the clouds and the... Like, you can feel like you're here.
Yeah, and the very first thing you see is humans running away from a bunch of rampaging robots, or Reploids, sorry.
And Mega Man X, he's running toward them, you know? Because that's what, you know, it's, yeah, he's, and I think it's cool here, the game kind of, it doesn't stop and roll says, like, hey, Mega Man, this is how you climb up. Like, you just sort of do, like, you have to figure it out, like...
Yeah, it's,
those charge shots, boy.
Yeah. I love the sound of everything. Everything in this game sounds great.
Right, and everything has a sound.
And nothing sounds obnoxious. Like, there's just power brimming there.
I've used this word already, but it's atmospheric. Like, it's just like, like, it's such a beautiful... was this a Dawn Death? You know what? You fought as hard as you could, but that was a... But you know what? I think that's important to show because, you know, for young kids watching this, they need to know that you don't have to be perfect to be good at something.
Absolutely. Anyway, one important thing to note is that X is a robot by definition. He is the last robot made by Dr. Light. But most of the X universe involves Reploids or Mechanoloids. And those are a new generation of robots that replace the kind of robots that you see in Mega Man. And they were based off X's schematics. Basically, Dr. Kane very quickly changed majors when he realized exactly what he had on hand. And with X's help, he started making highly advanced robots that basically reshaped all of human society. However, every now and again, since he didn't stick every one of those Reploids into a morality tube for 30 years, eventually they start developing some quirks. like running around cars and shooting at people.
Genocide.
So, basically, Kane starts making other Reploids, like X, like this guy, to serve as hunters, basically Blade Runners.
Oh my god, I never made that connection. They're even called Reploids, for God's sakes. Yeah, this is Blade Runner, just action-packed.
Yeah, and this guy is basically a renegade cop, and now he's fighting for himself. He kind of has a jealousy of X because X was the first, but he's not that strong.
You worthless piece of crap.
Did you think you could beat me? Now, it might be surprising, but that he's not actually based off Boba Fett. There's another inspiration.
He just grabs you. Oh. You worthless piece of crap. Listen, you so. Oh, and here it is. Everyone's favorite character.
Well, for this game, anyway.
For this game.
He gets kind of unbearable pretty fast after this, but...
Oh, but in the first game, he's so cool.
He has very few lines, but he's basically just there for a very specific reason.
X, you shouldn't expect to defeat him. He is designed to be a war machine.
Mm-hmm. And up until now, X has basically just been a lab assistant. Yeah.
It's basically telling you have more game to play.
It's pretty much. It's like, okay, these are the stakes. You're not the strongest, but if you work hard, you can become stronger.
Remember that, kids.
That's basically it. You play this as a child, like, hey, look, you can't drive a car. You know, one day, if you work hard enough.
Yeah.
You can drive a car. You can get a job.
One day you can pull yourself up by your bootstraps and become an entrepreneur.
But you know, just make sure you know that no matter how good you get, your life's still gonna throw more bosses at you.
Chill Penguin first.
Yes, for a very, very specific reason.
And
well, we'll see that soon because we're about to like right up until this point. This is basically a Mega Man game with a lot prettier graphics, a bit of a music upgrade, more aesthetics. We're about to see why this game is a very, very true to form sequel, like the textbook definition of a sequel.
Are there people that do no hit runs of this, no damage runs?
Oh, absolutely. I'm pretty sure.
Wow.
I could. I'd almost take you up on that challenge, but honestly, I like this game because it's fun. I don't need to make it not fun.
Right, exactly. But one thing I'm going to sort of try and do through this is kind of pick your brain as to why you take these bosses in this specific order that you did, why you choose to make certain choice. Like, so in Mega Man, one of the things is the inevitability of hits for normal human beings that are playing this game. How do you make the decision? Like, this is one I could take.
Well, Chill Penguin isn't that hard, but we're about to see we're literally about to see the reason why I'm going here first.
Okay.
This thing this is it. Dr. Light is dead, but he did leave you some stuff.
I forgot how deep this game is. Like, I mean, for its era and for its time.
I built you with the capacity to defend yourself and others, but I really hoped you didn't have to. But in that event, here are these capsules that will give you the power you need.
How much he's changed since the Fighters.
Yeah.
He's like, I really hoped you would have to fight. Whereas in the Fighters with the original Blue Bomber, he's like, hey, man, you know, kill them all.
Uh-huh. And here we go. New shoes.
And these allow you to...
And you can dash.
Okay, that's why you come here for... It has nothing to do with Chill Penguin's power.
It is literally a new game at this point.
Right?
It changes everything. And that's why that capsule is literally impossible to miss. There are other capsules hidden throughout the game you could theoretically go without.
But you find them all in this run, correct?
Central. Yes, absolutely. I pretty much... There's one thing I don't get, and that's the Hadouken, which is more of an Easter egg than anything.
Right.
But there's one thing in this stage I can't get in this specific run, and that is a heart tank, which is up there in an igloo. I have no way of breaking it at this point, but I'll come back. This is if I'm doing this right, this should be one of the only places I actually have to come back to. Unless I just straight forget something.
Right.
But whatever. We're about to face Chill Penguin. and he shouldn't give me too much of a problem. Although it has been some time since I played, so, you know, anything can happen.
Right. Dash the door.
Yeah. Jump through door, dash through door, slide through door.
Never walk through door. Never. You gotta flex on him.
Yep.
Oh, I forgot that he makes, like, I forgot that he did that.
Now, I really like Chill Penguin's voice in the OVA for the PSP remaster.
Right.
Chill Penguin Squad! But I do love I love that, I love that. Like, it has some consistency issues. For example, it kills off Kane, even though Kane is literally in X2 and 3.
Right.
And the Game Boy, which I didn't play, but I am aware of them, so... But I do love that it establishes that these Mavericks, these are Maverick hunters. They were literally your partners.
Right. These guys were designed to help you.
Like, these aren't just strangers being sent from Dr. Wily's lab. These people you know. And I really like Storm Eagle's character in that opening, because he talks with Zero, and they're really complimentary of each other. There's camaraderie.
They still remember working with each other.
Yeah, there's some genuine pathos into them becoming evil.
What's that power called? Shotgun Ice?
Yes. And with that, I'm trying.
It even has the old select the toggle sound. Yeah.
Now I should be going to Storm Eagle, but I think I make the mistake of going here first.
Oh, and I forgot it even had the old music for the yeah.
Yeah.
It is a sequel. It's been a long time since I played this game.
Yeah. And I was tempted to ignore Storm Eagle because his stage is really easy. In fact, he's one of the first bosses you could fight. Yeah. He's kind of hard without the dash boots because he can blow you off, but it's possible to do without him.
Right. You're choosing to skip a lot of enemies now.
Yeah.
In Chill Penguin, it was sort of a genocide run, but in this, you're sort of a...
Yeah.
We were just talking about Undertale. It's sort of an Undertale reference, but
see those things there. I just now realized that I don't have the hat. Well, I don't realize it yet, but you can break them with the hat, and it's really hard to get up there. So it's going to annoy the hell out of me when I finally realize that I can get to them.
Oh, look at you!
Yeah, like you can do it.
You're the little engine that could.
Yeah,
little engine that could not.
At some point, I'm going to realize, I realize, okay, I can't actually do this. Then I realize, but I haven't beaten the level yet, so I can't escape. So I could...
Oh my god, you can just slide under this.
Yeah, this is normally lava, but I beat Chill Penguins, so the climate's on the fritz. Don't read too much into it. There's actually...
Why are you... what are you doing? You're exiting the stage.
Get out of the stage so I can get the hat.
I was like, what the fuck are you doing?
I wanted to become one with the miner. I need to get back to my roots.
So you're gonna game over?
Yeah. Look, if you just keep going back to your past, you're just gonna go nowhere and kill yourself.
It's funny, like, Mega Man games are so notorious for being so easy to die in, and now you're literally taking like an hour and a half.
Yeah, yeah, well, these guys are supposed to deal cumulative damage over time, but yeah.
You skipped your password, bro.
Oh, yeah. I'm pretty sure I still have sheets of notebooks worth of passwords written down somewhere. But yeah, we're going to see Storm Eagle. Fan favorite for an obvious reason. Look at him.
Oh, he's majestic, and he has a X-Buster himself.
And the stage is great.
Oh yeah,
the music.
The Air Force motif, the Air Force Base motif. Yeah, it's definitely cool. And just watch Dawn navigate this platforming.
It's really hard without the dash. The dash adds so much to the game. But
look how smart that. Good lord. Now, this is a man that knows this game.
And this was before I ever had access to Nintendo Power, and certainly before I ever had access to the internet. This is
work. This is
pure playing it because of a game. It was one of the few games I owned. So, but it makes sense because you can move left or right in this game. It's very just up to you.
Oh, this is very the vibes I'm getting from the stage design is very Death Egg from Sonic 2.
Oh. I don't think I never played Sonic, so. But yeah, it as I think Ego Raptor had a that one sequelitis video where he basically says this game teaches you everything you need to know just by playing it.
Oh yeah, which he loves this game.
Yeah, he's in good companies.
Oh, absolutely.
It's hard to hate. How can you really have to put in some work to find problems with this game?
The only thing I could see is the complaint that it's too hard, but for me, that is a justification for hating some games. But for this one, I would really say that saying it's too hard is just I'm not willing to put in the work to get good at this game, because this game, like he said, will teach you what you need to know, and like you have displayed is if you make this game a labor of love, it's very rewarding in ways that many games aren't. And
here is where that hat is. And yeah.
Oh shit, look at that.
Yep.
You just went Born on the 4th of July.
Just I like that light just kind of appears.
Oh, and I love how he's not going to wax philosophical this time. He's like, hey, I've already told you what I'm doing with these. Just
Here's
take the shit and go.
Here's what it does.
I also love that you're calling it the hat, not the helmet. I love it.
Yeah.
Hey, take this ball cap here, eh? Yeah. We'll go.
And it doesn't have a whole lot of uses, but it has that one use that I really needed it for.
Right. And
there's another use too, but it's mostly just a style thing at this point. And you'll note later in the game, I think, well, over the course of the series, it starts to become a little less clear exactly what the light holograms are. Because at first you could just say, okay, this is just, hidden messages for a child you're never going to see, basically.
Right.
But later he starts to actively comment on recent events, which leads some credence to the idea that he is an AI, a brain scan of Light. Not Light himself, but close enough. And he's basically got a manufacturing lab somewhere where he's keeping tabs on event and just keeping an eye out for his little precious boy. Which is nice.
That is nice. Dr. Light's nice.
Yeah, he's a really good ghost
I love
dad
how
here.
like the environment would change in this game too. That was kind of revolutionary for its time. Like,
yeah,
normally what you see is what you got, but this and it sort of like gives Storm Eagle kind of a big grandiose opening, which is nice for something that the character design was already on spot for. And this boss battle is just so iconic. Like, you're on a damaged mega plane, I guess what you would call it.
This is literally the plane that brought Vile into the city that you start out on.
Oh, really?
This is like that landing gear that I landed on. That was what dropped Vile off.
Oh, wow.
There's straight continuity there.
Right, yeah, that's wild. I mean, just the thought that they put into this game, and most people just see it as just a Mega Man game, and that's sad.
Like Vile, Storm Eagle here, they were all your partners. Some of them you liked a little bit more than others. Obviously, Vile never really liked you.
Right.
But
one more. Oh, look.
Yeah.
At 2x.
Yeah, this is literally kind of like the Spanish Civil War, in that the military has revolted, and the only people who have remained loyal are basically people like X, who don't really take the military side too seriously. There's a civil defense as opposed to the colonial soldier elites.
Right. Oh, that's good. I like that.
Yeah. Now I'm trying to.
Are you going to go back to Mammoth?
Back to Flame Mammoth? Yeah.
And because before you forget the helmet thing. Yeah.
Don't forget that I wasted time here. Precious time. Speedrun ruined.
Oh yeah, we're not going to hit the world record.
Yeah.
Not this time.
I think it was like a half an hour, and that's amazing. But yeah.
Oh, that's incredible.
You talked about how the environment changes. Normally, this is a furnace, basically a smelting facility.
Right.
These people are being recycled because they're no longer of any use. But instead of being, melted down to their components, they're just hitting hard ice and exploding. Now, the sound of my. Now I'm trying to get back up here again. But now that I can actually do it, in theory.
Right.
No, this is very well hidden. This is the most hidden of the light capsules.
Is this the gun?
Yes.
That's what I thought.
If you don't, now it is quite possible to go through the game without it, because you will get it eventually anyway.
Yeah. I remember getting it anyway. I always got it anyway. I never got it this way.
Basically, Zero says, well, okay, we'll get to that when it happens.
Well, yeah, that's kind of a spoiler, but it's
like
not going to happen this run.
It's like this is very, very dangerous. If I fall, I have to kill myself. Oh.
Oh yeah, dude,
Yeah,
no shit. He literally has to kill himself to start over.
You have to have those blocks there to latch onto, but okay. Apart.
Which will increase
the capabilities of your X-Buster. You can use it to fire, and yeah, basically this kind of charge up will basically... You can use it for any weapon you have, even the special ones. All the weapons, special weapons you get from bosses can be changed with this. And yeah, X has him some new mittens.
Very cool visual on that. God, that's cool.
And that little purple backlash that does damage. So if you're surrounded, that will come in handy. Now, there's one other thing I didn't quite get when I last came through here, and that little ringing thing I got from that health pickup, that is the sound of you have full health, but you got health, so that means it's going into that energy tank you picked up. I have one of 4 right now. I got that one at Storm Eagle stage. And these guys are always a pain, so...
What's your favorite color, Mega Man, in this one?
I really like the ice, the shotgun ice, I'm not gonna lie. I like the blue and the yellow.
I kind of like the Storm Eagle.
And I'm kind of trying to farm these guys for health.
Power
so I
up,
can get,
yeah.
It's not working too well because I keep taking random pickaxe hits.
What's your favorite color of Mega Man in Smash? I can't remember who you play.
I usually just go straight blue.
Oh, the classic, sure.
Or the slash claw.
The
green and yellow.
Oh, right on.
The green, light green.
Yeah. That's tight.
And there's another energy tank.
So he's headbutting it now.
Yeah, you can headbutt, but you can also use your boots. But it's just easier with the helmet equipped. And I couldn't quite make it there, but that's okay. We're back on the straightaway. We got all the secret stuff here. Basically, we just need to kill Flame Mammoth, kill our way through these guys, and we're in good shape.
Whole lot of killing ahead of us. Was that a 1-up?
Yep.
Wow. That seems odd for a Mega Man room for every enemy to drop something like that.
I'm not sure exactly what the those things can kill you.
Right. That's a one-shot kill, isn't it?
Yeah, and if you let those weird head things get crushed by them, they will just be crushed like a car at a junk heap, which is basically what those things are. And not even gonna bother with him or him. Well, okay, with him maybe.
Yeah, I'm kind of trying to see the pattern you take on who's worth it and who ain't, and it
usually depends on if I need health, like right there.
Right.
But I'm still in relatively okay shape.
You're in good shape for Flame Mammoth. I remember that much about the game.
Yeah, and
God, that Storm Eagle power is just the color's so cool.
And
like
the
I love
sound
it.
is really. It's
the
exactly
visuals,
what you'd think it should be.
And this room, if you hadn't done Chill Penguin, is like all molten and fiery and shit, isn't it?
I'm not really sure if that
I
changes
can't
all that
remember.
much.
Yeah.
It's been so long since I've actually.
And that's so cool that this game would do that. Like that's sort of like a.
Now,
oh hell yeah!
I'm not very. My thumb gets tired, so I can't do this for as long as I used to be able to.
We're old men, Don.
In theory, I could. I used to be able to just cheese them like that, but now I just don't have the stamina for it anymore.
And what's funny is people will dog on Mega Man for that. They're like, bosses, you're always just cheesing bosses, and it's like you don't understand how cool it is to figure out you could do that.
Yeah,
like that is so cool. Like, not all of us read guides to beat every game we play. Like, some of us actually enjoy video games.
And if it didn't take so long, like, and it is quite possible to do a Buster only run. Any one of these bosses can be taken out with a Buster. But, you know, it takes time, and we're trying to get through this relatively quickly.
Right.
You know, all mistakes on stage selection aside.
Right.
Anyway, we now have the Fire Wave. And yeah, it's
which is a cool weapon, yeah.
And that is Chill Penguin's weakness weapon.
Right.
And it's actually quite devastating to him, but we'll see.
But he's already so weak that what does it matter?
Now, this is a little out of focus. Usually I like to take out Boomer Kuwanger relatively late in the game. But, you know, why the hell not? I did just talk about how it's quite possible to take out all the bosses, even the harder ones, with the Buster. Let's see if I can do that.
He gives you like a boomerang type power, doesn't he?
Very useful one, yeah.
Yeah.
You need it for some items. In fact, that's why I'm coming here first, because the next guy I would normally go to is Spark Mandrill. There's a item in his stage you can't get without Boomer Kuwanger's weapon.
What the fuck is a Koanger?
A beetle.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, he's really cool.
Yeah,
I love his design. I really love him.
Yeah, he's the Scyther of Mega Man X.
Yeah, I was associated him with a Viking or a barbarian, but a beetle works.
Right.
Yeah. And I love this music. I love that you're just climbing a tower. Quite literally.
Yeah, like this is very Hollywood actually.
Yeah.
The
Took a hit. Took a hit. Game ruined. And this guy, and of course there has to be one of these.
Oh yeah.
I don't think these are one hit kill. They might actually be. I don't know. It's been a while since I've actually.
We might find out.
Yeah. It starts going pretty fast, and you have to dodge these things throughout. It's an issue.
The challenge, like, that's another thing is like Mega Man was made back in the day when like challenge was an asset to a video game.
Yeah.
Like, people enjoyed.
Because you can get everything in the game in less than an hour if you're really good, or an hour and a half if you're only marginally good like me. But, you know, if this is a game you're going to spend a lot of money on in 90s dollars. And
in $90.
Yeah, you have to justify it.
Yeah.
So making your player explore and want to explore because the game is fun. It's like
it's an enjoyable game. You enjoy playing it.
I had a blast replaying this.
You had a blast.
Oh yeah, I had a blast.
Yeah, the
like a full charge shot blast. Yeah, I saw where you're going with that. I'm old, not ancient, not decrepit. But
what'd you say, Sonny? A blast.
I mean, like X is very old, but he's not worthless. And here is one of two ways you can get this heart. Once this guy gets out of my way. Okay.
God.
That's the harder way to do it, but you can get it without actually coming back. Because the other way is to kill Boomer Kuwanger and use his power. But that involves coming back to the stage.
Which is stupid.
It's pretty late in the stage, too. So instead of
you're not going to actually use Chill Penguin's power here, so why not spend the energy? I do remember that much. You're not going to use his power here.
Yeah, there's his weakness weapon is the octopus horming missile.
Are you actually going to use any of the weaknesses?
Oh yeah, yeah. I do. I do basically what is most convenient for getting through the game, basically, because my thumb is operating on borrowed time. I'm not the spry 8-year-old I was when I got this.
The thumb's got some city miles on her now.
Yeah.
A lot of hitchhiking.
Yeah, I'm not looking forward to the Sigma fight. Well, I wasn't when I played this. Okay, it's post-recording. I'm sorry. Oh, I love him. It looks like he has a handlebar mustache.
Oh, yeah. Dude, in the dash, the fact that he has the after image, that's so dope. That Shadow Clone Jutsu. And this was before Naruto, so I think someone owes someone a check.
Yeah.
Dude, look at the way, like, oh, man, this is a ballet. Oh, look at your health.
Yeah.
Look at your health. Oh, my God.
It's tantalizing.
Were you scared?
Yeah. I think I actually might die here because I didn't want to use the health tank because... Okay.
Yeah, there he goes.
Well, that's fine. Because I came in here damaged. I had extra lives. That's what these are for. Lives are there to be used.
That sounds like when someone hits your dad's car. Well, you know, this is what I pay insurance
That's
for.
what
I'm going to go have a talk with the gentleman.
Okay.
At least we get to see this dope motherfucker come back again. Look, dude, he points to his health. This man has style.
Check it, man.
This is the Ric Flair of Mega Man bosses.
Yeah, and
dude, look at that.
I love the storytelling design of all the bosses starting out with more health than you until you start getting later in the game.
When you've got more of the light capsules and Mega Man, you actually feel Mega Man grow not only in power but as a character as you play this game. And for a 16-bit game with maybe 20 lines of written dialogue, that's pretty good.
Hey, it's much like film as a visual medium that can do things books can't. Video games are a multi-dimensional medium.
Right.
Game mechanics are there. Use them to tell a story.
Yeah, exactly. The
Okay. This guy is
You're gonna die again, aren't you? Yep.
Not having his weakness weapon is starting to hinder me just a bit.
Your thumb was probably getting tired. Were you you cussing? Were you sitting here cussing?
No, I was just admiring this guy, and I don't have the.
Oh, you went to check for the power.
I thought I might have an energy tank.
You
Nope.
might pull it. Hang on, this is getting to that part in the fighting game where it's like, yes! Die, motherfucker!
In the face.
It was! Dude, look at him stare at him as he dies.
Now,
I want you to look me in the eye.
now, it is worth noting that X is a pacifist. He is straight up a reluctant warrior, but that does not mean he is a pussy. You are alive in X's presence because he chose to leave you that way.
Dude, and look at that weapon.
Oh, it's so good.
Oh, it's so rewarding.
God, I love every single one of these bosses, except maybe Spark Mandrill. I like Okay, I take that back. I love Spark Mandrill. He's just the goofiest. Yeah.
I like how you have Chill Penguin, Flame Mammoth, and then you have Spark Mandrill, Boomer Kawanger, where kids actually had to look up.
Yeah. Mandrill? What the hell is Mandrill?
Right.
It's a monkey.
I mean, obviously.
Yeah.
I'll admit, Kawanger, I never knew what the fuck that was as a kid.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, the power goes out.
Because
oh, my
that
God.
plane, the wreckage, we saw the wreckage when we came in. The plane, because Stormy was plane
That's
crashed
so
on it.
Cool.
So the power is fluctuating.
God, this was Super Nintendo. This was 1994. They didn't have to do these things to sell this game. That's what's really impressive about this game, is that Capcom didn't have to go this hard, but they did.
And I love that all the bosses are basically in the districts they used to patrol as Maverick Hunters.
Right, this game has such a story to it without having to tell you the story.
Mm-hmm. Like, it makes sense that the electricity boss would be in the power plant, hanging out and making sure all the workers did what they were supposed to do.
He's a robber baron.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh! Did you see that? God!
Yeah.
God, that's so sad. I didn't even play it, and that's so satisfying. Because you know what happens when I play through Mega Man X, Don? Every single one of those sumbitches hit me.
Yeah, and they'll drop you right into those bottomless pits. And this guy, okay, remember the power is out. He can't charge. He can't shoot.
Oh my God!
He has no battery, and he'll keep trying because he's kind of
he can run into you and hurt you.
Yeah, he can still pose a threat.
Yes,
but look at him. He's so pathetic without that. He's trying. Oh, poor guy.
As Hank Hill said, like a pretty girl with short hair.
Well, that's just one of my differences with Hank. And there's not that many, I'm gonna tell you. I love those guys.
I know, just
I'm just gonna I used to think, when I'm a proper adult, I'm not going to find this as cool. I'm going to find adult things cool. I'm going to find taxes cool. I'm 30 now. Those guys are cool. Come on.
And taxes
Come on, younger
suck.
me. There is nothing wrong with enjoying childish things.
Actually, as a 32-year-old man, one of the things that I marvel at every day is how little my younger self understood about my older self.
Yeah, used to think, man, what am I gonna... at one point, very recently, I went out and got Skittles at 2 a.m. rather, because it was one of those nights where I just wasn't going to be able to go to sleep. And I had an epiphany, man, being 32 is exactly like I thought it would be when I was 12.
Right.
Screw you, Mom, I'm going out to buy Skittles.
I had chicken nuggets and Miller Lite for breakfast the other day. I did. I straight up did.
You can tell you're an adult because you're drinking an adult beverage. It's the height of maturity. Oh, God, that almost killed me.
And I'll say one thing. One thing that is not stereotypical Midwestern about me, I didn't drink a drop of alcohol until I was 21.
Oh, I never started drinking alcohol.
Yeah.
Look, a priest told me not to, and he's not a very good priest.
Catholic.
Yeah,
yeah.
I identify as an Irish Catholic because it's basically the closest you can really get to identifying me. But in temperament, it's just Okay, we're gonna see why Mandrill is kind of light bright, night bright.
Oh yeah,
I love those little toys.
Definitely. You're half health here, Don. How's it?
We're fine.
Yeah,
we're fine. Oh, maybe not. Maybe I'll just let him kill me. He needs it. Look at him.
He needs this more than I do, Oh, the ricochet got him.
He got me though.
Oh, yeah.
Look at him. He's so happy. Oh, I died to Spark Mandrill.
This is why we have extra lives. This is why we collected those.
And we need to see more of Spark Mandrill.
Right, absolutely.
So we need to give him another full bar.
The people deserve to know.
The people deserve to see Night Bright, Light Bright.
That's so cool that he comes in like that. I love how each boss has an entrance. They don't just teleport in. They have like a...
Yep.
Look at those poses you catch him in. Look at that!
Cool.
Like, it's a...
Yeah, and this is... Okay, yeah. I could have dodged that, but it's Spark Mandrill. It's hard to take him seriously with his weakness weapon being...
Oh, look! He had to turn away. He couldn't face death. He couldn't be a man about it like a flame mammoth. Was it flame mammoth? No, it was a boomer.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it was a boomer.
And that is one of the big criticisms, that the weakness weapons basically neutralize the fight, but that's kind of rare. Spark Mandrill's the big one there.
But again, when Capcom designed this game, they weren't thinking you were going to read a guide. They were thinking you would figure this out organically.
And here is another one of the bosses I really like. Well, the stages I really like especially, but I love the boss too. Basically...
Just in all the stage. Good lord, the color palette.
Yeah.
Like,
There's
it
so
looks like the beach.
It's so pretty.
Right. I mean, this is... And I love the shells. They didn't have to do that. The shells in the sand.
And you start out in the shallows here, and you kind of
yeah. That's
now Launch Octopus is actually referenced again later in the series. In X5, you fight Squid Adler, who is basically a squid. He's Octopardo, but a squid, and he was apparently his partner, his noir crime partner. Now, what I'm trying to do here is determine how much damage I take by just being inside him. And that's because there's a one-hit kill gimmick later in the stage with another one of these. And I'm trying to figure out if I have enough health to just tank damage and avoid the one-hit kill. I think we're going to find out that I, in fact, do not. I don't have enough hearts at this point.
I think that's a...
Yeah, that's just experimentation in a run that I wasn't trying to experiment in, basically.
And because the speedrun's done.
Yeah.
The speedrun's done. You failed.
I died.
You died.
Once.
That is what it is.
And I went to the wrong stage that one time for half a second.
I thought you were gonna say heaven.
I went to heaven. It's not yet your time. Go back.
You need to punch a college professor who says I do not exist.
You must go to Iraq, serve 2 tours of duty, and then punch the man who says I don't exist. And then all the other students will rise and say the Pledge of Allegiance.
I had a buddy
yeah, here we try. Like, okay, see if you can just tank the damage. I don't have enough heart tanks to do this. This is possible. This is something you can do to avoid the spikes.
But you're not going to get it done.
I don't have enough heart tanks.
That's the quickest successive deaths you've had.
Yeah.
In this playthrough, though. I mean, I'm flat out impressed with your gameplay. You're very, very good at the game.
Yeah, a little too good, really, because I keep trying to do fancy stuff I shouldn't be doing.
He's awful good at this game. A little too
too big for my britches.
Too funny. That's the Donoram catchphrase. Catch the T-shirt on sale this week.
And that's the real thing I really hate about there. Yeah, and okay, we're good.
Hey, Don, that mini boss, that really sucks, huh?
Yeah.
Huh?
Well, he's oh yeah. It blows in my opinion.
I just like how you sit there, you're like, yeah, it does. You're like, oh, god damn it.
Now, I used to assume that those are like, I don't know, I thought that was like mercury in those things. Because it looks like there's a thermometer, a giant thermometer checking the climate change is happening. They need to make sure the oceans aren't getting too hot so that, ocean acidification doesn't cause anorexic, or anaerobic, rather. Extinction happens if that happens. So, okay, we're
very bold of Mega Man X to be the first major media to address climate change.
You really gotta like, that's a thermometer. You can't tell me that's not a thermometer.
That's a thermometer, yeah.
And look at this guy.
This guy's
I'm riding the dune worm.
This is the most Adam has ever left us alone while we're recording. Like, he's coming in and checking on things, but he's really trusting us as big boys now, Don.
That's nice.
This is nice. He's actually looking at us really derisively right now, though.
Fossilized mollusks.
No, I was mentioning that earlier. Like, they didn't have to put that detail in there. That's a really cool detail.
Yeah.
Where are you going? Oh, you're going back. You went to get... Okay.
I went to get the heart. That's a secret.
Okay.
No.
Wow, that is out of your way.
Yeah, but it kind of makes sense because once you figure out you can board the boat, your first instinct as a child is, can I blow this up?
Right.
And then you're probably going to be stuck with it as it sinks, and you're going to be taken down to the secret area with it.
Mm-hmm. So really, that was a gimme.
Yeah. In a way, it's a secret, but yeah, it's one you're going to naturally find.
I like that other weak points will flash when you hit one.
Yeah.
That's a cool little detail.
Yeah, so you know you can hit them on either end. And the last segment to explode is what will give up the goods.
Yep.
Unfortunately, it was a weapon charge, which I didn't really need, but oh well. Didn't need health at that point either.
Is this launch octopus?
Yes. Now, there is something I can do here since I have Boomer Kuwanger's weapon. I'm not sure if I do it, though.
Worst entrance in the game.
Yeah,
Easy.
You're going down, though.
No, wait, hold up.
He brought it back.
Dude, I just said it, and he's like, hey, you know what? Fuck you, man. Like, watch this.
Okay, see, I just cut off his tentacles?
Yeah, you just cut off his
Yeah.
Yep. Oh, my God.
That's not his weakness weapon. That's just a weapon that has
It's such a cool thing. Like,
you don't even... It doesn't really do all that much damage, but it completely cripples his playstyle.
You have more autonomy over the environment in this game than you do in Grand Theft Auto 5. I swear to God. I swear to God you do. Like, that's so cool.
Now, this actually kind of hurts me because I think I take more damage than I normally would in this because I'm so used to just not doing that and going with his weakness weapon. But I don't...
What's his weakness weapon?
I think it is just Storm Eagles, actually.
Not Shock Mandrill? He's underwater.
I think Shock... The Shock... It's actually Armored Armadillo.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I guess he's Stormy.
But the Buster works pretty good against him.
Right,
Especially when you just completely cripple him beforehand.
So, according to the weakness weapon mantra, who's the first boss you should fight?
I usually go with Chill Penguin. Storm Eagle is easily doable with the X-Buster, but without the shoes, it's hard. Without the shoes, you're more susceptible to being
So it's
blown
more
off.
about the shoes with a Chill Penguin than it is anything else.
Yeah, but you really want the shoes. Why would you not want the shoes? In fact, interesting thing, since we're talking about
Are you going back
shoes,
to Chill Penguin?
there's something I just realized I can get here relatively quickly that I couldn't get the first time I came through. And really, it's the one, like, speedrunners probably have a way to come here only after they have the specific equipment. I don't really care.
I like how the boss is dead and everyone's still working.
Yeah.
If you go all the way through the stage, can you fight the boss again?
No.
Oh.
And in Mega Man 6, there's some stages where the boss will have two forms.
Mega Man 6 or Mega Man X?
Mega Man 6.
Okay.
Which is a completely different series, but yeah.
Right.
And basically, right now, I'm just trying to farm the bats for health so I can top off my energy tanks, because they're pretty good about that. But this isn't really the stage to do that.
Probably a Chill Penguin, that one room, right? Or am I thinking of a different one? I mean, I just saw it like a half an hour ago.
Yeah.
Like, I can't believe I forgot it.
Anyway, we're thanks to the shoes, we don't have to spend too much time here. Yeah, still took too much damage for that to actually be economical. So,
right,
just gonna keep going through it. Anyway, no real point in suspense. There's a heart tank that I actually called out when first time I came through here, saying,
"Oh yeah,
I'm gonna have to come back for that." Now that I have the flame weapon, I can go back for it.
God, they're whooping your ass this time, Don. You really just wanted that heart tank.
Need the heart tank.
Yeah.
I just learned that I don't have enough health to tank certain sections like I know I can.
You regen when you escape, don't you?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And since I have beaten Chill Penguin, I can escape anytime I need to.
Right.
And that thing, you can punch through it with this, but you can't get the right armor up there. But you can use the right armor to Yoshi jump. And now I got the heart tank. And basically, I'm just going to see if there's anything in here. Nope. Thought there might be a health that can recharge my energy tanks, but okay, that's done. All right, back to progress. Let's see, who do I want to take out first? Oh yeah, go to Sting Chameleon.
I always thought it was weird, Steam Chameleon. I would never associate Steam with a
Sting.
Sting.
Yeah.
It's been a while since I played this game, Don.
Yeah, and his weakness weapon, I think it's in this version. His weakness weapon is what you get from Octopardo, and it is misspelled Horming Torpedo instead of homing.
Oh my gosh!
And it's delightful.
Yeah, that is delightful.
His weakness is
Speaking of
homing.
delightful, the aesthetic of this stage, this is gorgeous.
Yeah.
I love 16-bit graphics because I feel they were more expressive because they had to be. It's kind of the criticism they're giving to the Lion King movie right now is that the actual animal models aren't as expressive as the cartoony ones that we had in the original. Are you already at Sting Chameleon? Oh no, it's a mini boss.
You'll notice that I am using. Actually, I was wrong. His weakness weapon isn't Horming Torpedo. It's this. It's you're not supposed to use the weakness weapon, but you know why the hell not? In fact, the weakness weapon of the final boss is the weakness weapon of this mid boss.
Weird.
And this mid boss has the most health of just about any unit in the game, short of Sigma. So
I noticed that. Good God.
Like this takes forever with just the X Buster, and it's worth just taking a few more hits from Sting Chameleon to get through it. But this will complete the Mega Man X. He will be fully upgraded after this.
Yep, and he looks just like he does on the cover now.
Yep.
Yep.
Once he gets the white armor. Now, there's one other thing you can get. I'm not going to get it. It's on Armored Armadillo stage, I know. The Hadouken, which, it's just straight up Street Fighter.
Right.
But it's not really that necessary. It will one-shot any enemy in the game except for Vile while he's in his armor suit, rather. But you can only do that when you're at full health. And frankly, it's fun to pull off, but even I kind of want to just at least showcase the game a little bit. Now, if you don't beat that mid-boss up there, the ceiling will start falling because he's up there carousing around, jumping to create hazards. And if the rocks fall on you, your helmet will protect you, which is cool.
It is cool.
But right now, all we have to worry about is these guys, because we took out the mid-boss, so the environment has changed. Oh, and speaking of environment changing, the reason there's water all over the low-lying areas is because we beat Octopardo, which means the ocean is no longer being carefully regulated. Which was also why that little low-lying area that allowed us to water jump to clear that one, the distance for that heart tank, that's not there without beating Octopardo, so that's why you're coming here.
God, that's so cool.
And of course, you can always come back to the stages after the boss fight, so there's you can come in any order you want. It's just
the first open world game.
Yeah, it's just really there's an efficiency to it.
Well, The Legend of Zelda is the first open world game, but you get what I'm saying.
Yeah. And yeah, you can just ride these things.
I know, it's so cool. That's so cool that this game had a.
And you always encounter somebody else with them.
Right.
Now, if for some reason you don't have this, that guy will have access to it, but he won't be in it from the start.
Give you a fair shake.
Yeah, you can kill him and take it, but you have to be fast. You'll have a chance. Like, the game's very merciful in that, but it's not going to handhold you that much.
So many cool colors to choose from this game, too.
And I did take the liberty of topping off my the Wanger weapon. Yeah. So this shouldn't be too much of a problem, but it's still kind of hard to not take the damage on this stage.
Oh, absolutely.
I don't know. I never really found a good rhythm to avoid those spikes.
You're doing an okay job.
He was, for a long time, the Maverick that gave me the most problem before I found out his weakness weapon. Like, I legitimately had a lot of... It's like, how are you supposed to fight this guy? Oh, I tried to be fancy and end him but he disappeared. Okay, he took it that time.
Yep. And look, you even did the anime thing where you slid and you got your back turned towards him. Yeah, that's cool.
Had to do the style points.
Yeah. Yeah, you're flexing on these bosses mostly.
And one thing that the PSP remaster does is that it adds dialogue for every one of the bosses. Not all of them are particularly good. Like Sting Chameleon is like Maverick Schmaverick, I think is what he says, which is funny. Like, look, if that's what I am, then whatever.
It's funny that's in the remaster because that's such a 90s localization thing to do. The have your villains act like Roger Klotz.
But Storm Eagle is actually the coolest one because you see him a lot in the opening, the anime opening of that remaster. And he's just like a really cool guy. And when you find him, he's kind of ashamed. Like, he doesn't have doubts about what he's doing. He's still all on board the Sigma train.
Right.
But he's sad to see that you're here, and he knows there's no talking you into it. So
what?
There's some pathos there.
We haven't really talked about this. Why did Sigma? Why?
As of right now, this is basically just him deciding that humans need Reploids more than Reploids need humans, which is true. And basically, he's just one of those guys. He has power over somebody else, and that's a good thing. He wants more power over others. Why shouldn't he be in charge if he's that powerful?
He makes a fair point.
And of course, X5 kind of introduces the possibility of him being infected by a virus that was originally in Zero, who was a creation of Dr. Wily. The last creation of Dr. Wily before whatever happened to him.
Because in 90s video game terminology, and even in the early 2000s, your cool guy character couldn't be a cool guy unless he was associated with evil somehow.
But there's actually a really cool... This is kind of weird, because you only get this cutscene playing through X5 as Zero, and X doesn't have any cutscenes. Like, Zero literally gets more push than the title character.
Right.
And it kind of bothered me growing up, especially when it's one of the reasons I stopped playing X games altogether with the PlayStation games. But it still is pretty cool because you see Sigma doing his cop job when he's still a cop, and he's basically just saying, "Okay, what's going up? Where's that red Reploid that took out Garmer's unit?" He literally pronounces it wrong, like it's Garmer's unit. I love it. And basically, he and a bunch of other cops are at the standoff. Zero's causing havoc somewhere. He goes in to fight Zero, and he's...
What is going on? Was it getting late?
Yeah, Thumb's tired.
Oh, yeah.
Thumb was tired. Anyway, and I need time to tell the story. So, I knew that.
Your power prediction's incredible.
Yeah, I just give up on that thing. Just go for it. Now, you'll notice that bat, that's a bat from Mega Man 7. It's a little bit of an Easter egg. It will it will very commonly give you an extra life, which I need right now. Anyway, there's a really cool anime fight between Sigma and Zero. And Sigma, as cool as he is, as overpowered as he was designed to be the perfect cop, basically, before he pulled a Judge Dredd clone brother from the Stallone movie and became the perfect criminal.
God damn it.
Anyway, as cool as Sigma was, Zero is just having his way with him. And Sigma's down to one arm, basically. And he's basically at Zero's mercy, but then something happens and Zero has an anime moment where he's like, my evil destiny, I can't take it. And then Sigma finds realizes his opportunity and punches him in the face and breaks his crystal gem on his head. Ooh. And basically that's kind of theoretically the moment when he gets infected by a virus, which I don't like. I choose to believe Sigma just straight up chose to be what he is. And, and convinced other Reploids that, hey, we're stronger than the humans.
Oh my god, oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Go!
Oh my god!
Not today, bats.
You didn't even lose that much health, but it was so intense. Good god.
All right.
But
No.
I actually like a Sigma having a philosophical epiphany.
He has agency in that time. I really don't like the virus stuff that
And
the
it's
other games
right, and
introduce.
It's an understandable one, like he was made to do a job. He's perfect at it. Why shouldn't he? It's so good. It's
He's General Franco. We talked about that. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Look, can't let the communists run. Look, I am a military officer. That's basically the best thing you can be.
Right.
Why shouldn't I be in charge?
That's a gimme of a heart tank.
And giving Sigma that character gives X more character because he chose not to do that.
Right.
He was literally the first.
But now it's like, hey, good job washing your hands after you pee. It's
like, hey, yeah.
Which absolutely, people, wash your hands after you pee. But
if there's a virus, that means there's no such thing as evil. It's just,
Right.
And,
dude, look at that scene. That is gorgeous.
Yeah, and right here is where the Hadouken would appear if I were to commit suicide several times. Let's not do that. Let's just go through the game.
You guys know who Ryu is. You can go play.
Easter eggs, fun.
Yeah, you could go play Street Fighter if you want to do that.
Let's just have some fun with Armored Armadillo, who is weak to electricity. And if you question that, strap a power line to an Armadillo. See what happens. This
oh god, look at him! Look at him!
I like how he has a little he has a little miner's hat kind of thing.
It's kind of cute.
Yeah, especially when he's naked, like he's literally helpless.
And hey, if you don't believe that an armadillo would look cute naked with a miner's hat, go put a miner's hat on an armadillo.
Yeah, well, don't
call me stupid.
They do carry leprosy, so be careful.
Do they? Oh my god!
They're one of the very few animals that can catch leprosy, which includes us.
That's weird. Like, why armadillo? They're so cute. I like them.
Yeah.
Now I can't. Now I can never. I'll never pet one again. Or, in fact, for the first time.
Thanks to climate change, we actually do get armadillos on migration paths through southern Indiana.
Really?
There are a few in Perry County. Occasionally
cutscene.
Oh yeah, one of the
Finally, we found. Where the fuck have you been, Zero?
I've been looking for the fortress, and now I'm giving you credit. You didn't have to be such a dick. Let's go in and put an end to this war against the humans. Let's look at the other things. You can look at every boss and see where on the map they are, and you can see their stats. He's tall. He has an electric spark
10
punch.
feet, not very tall.
Boomer Kwanger.
He's pretty tall.
Boomerang cutter. Deadlift. Now, we didn't see deadlift. I'll try to show that off later, maybe. Chill Penguin.
Oh, he's short.
He's short, yeah. Oh, I love this. Horming Torpedo.
Horming Torpedo. Oh, my God.
Armored Armadillo.
That's an NBA player.
Yep. And Storm Eagle. Storm, Tornado, and Diving. Okay, now that's out of the way. That's shown. Let's go to Sigma.
I'm looking at how much more time you have left on this play. You died a lot, didn't you?
Yeah, a little bit. And I really love this backdrop. You're attacking his fortress under cover of twilight, basically.
Right. Oh, so cool. He's got the dash too. Zero does. I mean, of course he has the dash. He's the cool character.
Yeah.
He's the Riku.
And what I really love is that his charge shot isn't that dissimilar from yours, but his charge shot is only a medium charge, much like yours, and it took out Vile's arm, which you couldn't even damage.
Right.
Which is one of those storytelling moments the game does so well.
We doing okay, Adam? I got the thumbs up.
And this is one of those parts of the game.
You're gonna die a lot. Yep. Thumbs are tired, right?
Yeah. It's been a while. Thumbs are tired.
They can't beat the game with excuses, though, Don. Let's get back on that horse.
Yep.
This is I think it's kind of cool that you have to earn your way to the last... Like, Wily's Castle, you always just sort of teleported to. I think it's kind of cool you have to earn your way to Sigma.
Yeah. Like, this isn't the fortress. This is, like, the exterior perimeter.
Right.
But now you'll notice something interesting. There's that drop-off. And these floating things. You have to jump to... Oh, God.
Oh, God.
And these guys, which is why the rolling shield... Secondary function of the rolling shield comes in handy. The charge version of it. Okay. Oh.
Does your energy drain the whole time you have the shield up?
No. It will go away if it takes too much damage, but I don't think those guys are capable of inflicting enough oomph to take it out.
Right.
Oh, God.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, I my thumb didn't connect
My
to
stomach raised. Yeah.
Yeah, my thumb. I was trying to dash jump, but my thumb just didn't have the energy. So, yeah. Fortunately, that's relatively early. They knew what they were doing with that.
Right.
And they do give extra.
I think it's so cool. The extra lives of the color of the power you currently have.
Yeah,
equipped.
and it will
That's
charge while you're charging. Yeah.
God, that is such a so many cool details in this game. Like, oh, well.
And speaking of details, ideally.
Oh, God damn it!
Okay, yeah. Speaking of details, which we will see, I promise, this does eventually happen.
But this is part of playing games.
Yeah.
Like, this is part of it, man. This is... Here at Donoran, we want to give you the authentic feel that if you put a controller in your hand and put this on your TV and mute it, your girlfriend will think you're playing this game. That is absolutely not our intention.
Yeah.
Oh, there goes your rolling shield. It rolled off.
Yeah, it's okay. I got it back.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
God, oh my God, oh my God.
I did that just to show.
I actually
that
almost want to be quiet so you can concentrate even though you're not playing it. Like, this is so intense. Like,
yeah.
the filmmakers can't put this kind of intensity in there. Oh my God!
I knew it was gonna happen. So like, okay,
right.
Time to cut bait.
Yep.
Wolves are out. Fishing's over. Now look at that. Look at that.
I know that cliff
The
face.
cliff face. That's
and
interesting.
That's sort of telling you, no, bud, you're gonna have to climb these motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Like,
you can't.
God, oh my God.
You can't climb that. Now that's the first indication that Sigma's Fortress is a little unorthodox, because you don't see like the exterior shot of Wily's castle like you normally do. So you have no idea what this thing looks like, but you have an idea. It's not. It's like a reverse mountain for some reason. It's literally floating. It's that bottomless pit is a legitimate bottomless pit.
The enemies from the first stage, so
basically Sigma has gathered every renegade robot or mechanaloid rather.
Oh, and Boba Fett.
Yeah.
Stay back, X. I'll take him on. Take
Time?
on me. Take
All right.
on me.
Well, he had. Well, okay.
Look, they ran off. You chase.
I'm sure he's okay.
I'm sure he's fine.
He's got this.
What's going on here, buddy? You just couldn't take the next scene, could you?
Now,
Boba Fett, where? I like that I made a hang kill. Oh my God! Look what you did. Don't listen to him, X.
Go ahead and
blast him.
Blast him.
Take that sucker out. Woo. Dream on.
There should be a comma after 0, you vile fiend. Oh, his arm. I love that people call his X old.
Oh, I know.
Now, look, you can actually hold out against him for quite a while if you're patient.
Right.
But okay, if you're patient, you're just gonna keep for quite a while. I mean, indefinitely. There's no way to kill it.
Right.
It is straight up impossible to kill Vile.
Right.
While he's in his armored carrier, but you can like screw up his attack patterns with which is one of the things I found out, and I really thought I was onto something here. So I wanted to show it off.
You thought you were able to kill him.
Because I didn't have internet. I didn't have Nintendo power to tell me I couldn't do it. So obviously, there's got to be a way to do it. There's not.
And who's Capcom to tell you you can't do it?
So yeah, you just take the hit, and he's all smug, doing his little jitterbug. Oh!
Maybe.
But I'm not through yet.
Not through yet. I can't remember what he was saying earlier that made Zero say maybe. Like, that was too much time.
But, basically, Vile just says, there's no way you can defeat me. You're simply not strong enough.
Did he just Chaozu?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. And he's still alive, goddamn. Just like Chaozu. What a worthless gesture. I can't be defeated so easily. So X, it's just you and me now. That's cool, man. Like, you really changing the inflection on the voices. It's really he's hulking up, brother.
What the? Where did that energy come from?
None.
It really doesn't matter how much energy you absorb.
I was just curious about it, but now
you're still far too weak.
Prepare to be terminated.
Now, apparently, what I'm about to use is not actually his weakness weapon, but look at it.
But I'll be damned if it don't do the trick.
It works.
Yep.
Now, there's a pretty famous segment with that actually does exactly what you think it does. It still paralyzes you. It's pretty cool.
Right.
Now, I love his death animation. There's a pretty famous part in like a manga version where it gives Vile some more characterization. X stumbles upon him. Well, I'll shut up. It's a moment.
X, I've taken too much damage.
Yeah, his legs are literally gone. He has lost his pants.
Repair systems can't handle it because they're fucking gone.
They were in my pants and they blew up.
My power is fading fast. Your power is greater than I thought.
Now, normally,
maybe you could destroy Sigma.
Now, if you didn't get the secret mittens earlier, this is where he would give you his mittens. Because,
but you already have them.
It's
so
only going to get colder out there, X. Take my mittens.
But you're like, as he's dying, you're like, no, it's cool, man. You just die with them. And he's like, is there no one else you know that could use this? And you're like, no, it's all up to me. And he's like, I just hate to see him go to waste. And you're like, no, just die.
No, I got. Look, I'm sad, but you know, I got places to be.
Like, I got shit to do.
I got literally, there's literally stakes here.
And he's like, oh, I understand. You're working. I get it.
Look, we know you're coming back, man.
Right.
Okay, I really
all that, and you missed the
track.
shot.
Yeah. Oh well, it can't get to me here.
Now,
I really love this. The boss fights are just a natural part of the stage. There's not like a capsule you have to enter.
Right.
So it's not a boss gauntlet. They're spread out throughout the fortress stage, and it makes perfect sense that they be here.
Does it? Didn't you just kill him?
Yeah.
Did Sigma just keep copies?
He brings them back.
Oh my god.
I think in the PSP remaster, they're actually soulless copies. It's literally, it's like in Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance. It's a straight homage. Because you fight the bosses again in that one stage, but they're a little weaker.
And it's just in Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance had another homage, because when you get to Sigma in this game, he says, "Played college ball," you know.
Yeah, I love that the Metars are still.
Oh, absolutely!
They have to come
such
back.
an iconic.
I mean, it's really hard to kill them, so
it legitimately
it makes sense that they'd stick around.
Yeah. Like Sigma unearthed them, and he's like, you know what? If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Good enough for my daddy.
Now, important. One thing I really love from that opening anime from the PSP remaster is just how much deference X has to Zero. I mean, Sigma.
Yeah.
Sigma is the guy. He is the hero cop. A goddamned hero cop.
He's Skull
Iron Jack. The papers call him.
He's a Skull Leader from Robotech if Skull Leader went evil.
And I hate this boss. I hate it so much. God.
Oh my god, you're gonna die here, aren't you?
No, I don't think so, but God, I hate him so much.
The spiders suck, dude. Like, you know who the only cool spider in the world is?
The jumping spider. I'm sorry.
Oh, I was gonna say Spinnerack. The Pokemon.
I was gonna be a jokester and say brown. I like that one because you can see. I was gonna say brown recluse. Like one of two spiders in North America that can actually harm you.
Yeah.
Let's call that one the cool one. And of course, it's the one that's going to hide in your shoe because it likes, crevices.
Yeah, you'll actually probably, here in Indiana, you'll actually probably go your life seeing a brown recluse at one point. You're probably, black widows are getting rare.
There's probably a brown recluse like on your shoulder watching and like, track spider.
I don't, there's probably one in Adam's house somewhere.
Oh, there's several, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah.
But
crawl space, yep.
Now, you'll notice that I am not dying here.
Nope. You just don't look like you're having fun.
I'm losing the DPS race right now, but
yeah, and you don't look like you're having fun.
Now, Shotgun Ice does kind of do quite a bit of damage to him. I still think the Charge Shot does more. I think I'm objectively wrong. It's just I feel it.
Can his frame just not support him just dropping down and shocking you? Does he have to take a predetermined path?
It's his gimmick.
Like,
look, the man has a gimmick.
Right. He has a brand to protect. You ran right into that one.
Yeah.
I even saw that one coming, and I'm bad at this game. You're getting tired.
Yeah.
You're getting tired. This is it's so close. He could take you, or you could take him. It's
Oh.
It's any man or any spider's game at this point.
No, I think I might actually.
Yeah, this one's gonna be a frustrating death too. Oh God! Look at you! Look at you!
I'm eyeing the energy tanks, and I'm like, God damn it! God damn it!
Oh God!
I hate this boss. I hate that boss.
Yep.
That is the authentic Track Spider experience.
Oh yeah.
Actually, I don't think his name. I think his name is Track Spider. That's why I always called him. Because he follows tracks and he's a spider.
It's a And
I'm pretty sure that's what the end credits will show.
It's a.
I will be vindicated by history when those credits show up. Oh, God!
So what political figure most well represents? Oh no, you already said it. The Spanish Civil.
Yeah, Franco, General Franco.
Yeah,
he's basically any military soldier who starts a coup, and then rationalizes that with fascist undertones.
Right.
Because that just happens to be the hip thing at the time.
Right.
But yeah, basically, that's what I really loved about the game, because X really is a true underdog. He was not built for war like Vile was. That's just straight up said.
Yeah.
And Sigma, he's the strongest of the Reploids. He's one of the finest creations of Dr. Kane, based off your data, but with a little bit more. He's just built straight up for war.
I don't want to jinx you here, but you really had his number this time.
Yeah, I'm kind of getting into the rhythm a little bit.
You came into this with new energy, but now that I've said that,
you'll notice
every
that
single time he comes
you can
down.
still damage him when you're inside him like that, because you can let off that backlash. But I really just hate the boss.
Absolutely. It doesn't look like it's very fun.
It's fair, but it's not fun. It's tedious.
So would you say this is the low point of the game?
It's probably the part that I least like, yeah.
So the low point, yeah.
Yeah. It's not unfair. It's just the pacing's a little off.
Yeah.
Like, I remember the Boomer Kwanger fight.
Oh yeah.
Like, it was so dynamic. You're moving around, you're always responding. With that, you're just trying to figure out when you make your one move.
Right.
And it's just not as fun.
God, Sigma's ugly.
Yeah.
Sigma is one of the big characters of Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, which I didn't play because they,
I want
Dragon Ball Fighter Z.
Yeah. I want him for Smash.
He's not really that far of a cry for Smash. Like, I think Zero would be cool for Smash. Yeah, I think Proto Man would be cooler.
He would,
but because do you know who like no video game fan from that era was like, hey, you know what? Fuck Proto Man. Like everyone loved Proto Man. Like
he was the cool brother. He's Racer X.
He was who Zero wishes he was.
Yeah. Okay. There's Chill Penguin again.
Yep. Still just as easy. Oh, and you got
we got the weakness weapon this time.
Yep.
And that's what it does. It sets penguins on fire.
So it's a noble weapon.
Now, penguins, they live in the Arctic.
They dance.
They do a lot of water stuff.
Yeah,
they're not going to be exposed to fire. They have no evolutionary resistance to fire the way us humans do.
Yep. It takes 20 straight minutes of setting a human on fire for us to catch.
Yeah,
it's true.
Penguins just go right up.
Yep, they'll go right up. Yeah, it's
Don't try that.
Don't try that.
Don't find a penguin.
But to reiterate, it is perfectly legal to burn down an Applebee's.
Penguins.
Yeah,
are sacred creatures.
Flame Mammoth's weapon. It's the weak weapon of Applebee's.
Yeah, there is. Look, there is just.
I like that man is just sitting waiting to start his job. Out of nowhere, X just slides. It's like
raising hell.
Raise hell, praise the hell. Oh my God, you are raising hell. Look at the.
My best friend is dead.
Come on.
I'm a little bit miffed.
I'm about 5 Miller Lights deep, boy. You better get it.
Rock'em sock'em robot. This is such a fun part of the game. Oh,
come on, say it again.
It's gonna blow.
Say it again.
Run. I can still take him. Look, Vile may have gotten me, but he didn't. I can take armored carriers easy. Just shows how much I've grown since the first part of the game.
Yeah.
All right. I just got to take out these guys, and then we'll get to... there's one other stage after this, I think. Yeah, there's one more after this one.
Yeah, we got plenty of
Before we
time
get
left
to,
on the clock.
And I love this. Look at the transition.
Oh, God.
Scenery. And, of course, who would be in the sky but Storm Eagle?
Right. Still as cool
Sting
as ever.
Chameleon just falls. Like face plants and explodes, and you just proceed. Okay. Now,
Oh, it's an egg.
yeah.
Yeah, that's like...
And
That's
Sting
weird.
Chameleon does a lot of damage if you get all three, but it's just the most useful. It's really easy to hit him. He's a tall guy.
Oh, God, look at him. A majestic
So
king
majestic.
struck down in his...
Yeah, in this world after 9/11, it's Storm Eagle that's always crying and like very, very tasteful bumper stickers.
Well, I'm proud to be a rebel.
Oh, that actually has some bad connotations given given Sigma's motivation.
That guy is well placed. Like,
Yeah.
Sigma, he was not slacking when he put that guy there. Like,
He's a military commander, of course.
oh, of course, yeah.
And he's now big little lore distinction. The lesser guys that you fight, those are mechanoids. They have a very specific purpose. They're basically robots, but they're not robots. That's what Mega Man was. And
Right.
these are based off Mega Man X, next generation robots, basically.
Oh, that's such a weird boss.
Yeah, it's a face from
It's Andros.
Nickelodeon.
It's Andros. You'll never defeat Andros. Sorry, but we got a jet.
Now, you're going to want to take out his nose last because
That's how he smells.
Yeah.
And that's cruel to kill it first.
if you take it out first, like I do, this happens.
Well,
and now
also-
you
Right. and also, smell is the strongest sense tied to memory. And you know what? You
And
kill
taste.
your enemies, but don't take their memories from them.
and taste.
Oh my god.
But anyway.
Yeah, so
You can't taste without your sense. of
there
smell.
was 5 minutes
It's not
before he
well.
died where he couldn't remember what Granny's house smelled like, and
Yeah.
X, you monster. You monster. These are your enemies, but they're
Look.
not animals.
Well, X will have time to contemplate, but for now,
Now
humanity's at stake.
there's a job to do. Yeah, like it's sick. Like he
Looks so angry.
I know. He just looks like it's like, God damn it, Mega Man. Like, I told you we're doing this for a reason.
Yeah.
And I have the perfect explanation. I'm a military commander. Duh. Like, I don't
should be in charge, and
I-
humans are obsolete.
I don't understand.
Dr. Kane did what he need. Dr. Kane doesn't. Dr. Kane was smart. He realized he doesn't need to be studying plants. He needs to be making me
Right. I just
and
I
making me
don't-
better.
I don't understand what the problem is, Axe. I don't.
You're being unreasonable.
Right. The.
Oh, I thought he was close enough. Okay.
Yep.
Anyway, I love that this interspersed these fights. It's perfectly paced, and
Oh,
it
yeah.
still just shows characters are all literally just minions.
Oh yeah. It's
It really just says something on just how far you've grown. You're a cut above everything now.
Oh my God.
They're just
A
another
warrior's
little lesser
death.
thing that Sigma throws at you to slow you
The
down.
warrior's death, so good. Like he's just.
And really love the music here. And there's these guys again. And oh, look, another boss door right out the gate.
Oh yeah, like I mean, not even. Oh, you do have a health can. How do you get that?
Nope,
Oh
just
my goodness.
Tasteful jumping.
Tasteful. You don't want to do that. You know,
Yeah.
you don't want to do that heavy-handed jumping.
I
Just
do
little-
like that they gave Sting Chameleon spike traps just for his little room.
Oh, it's like Sigma brings it back, and he's like, "Hey, man, like
look.
you know the price."
Yeah.
Like he's in the pit on Joe Dirt. Hey, man, where's my supplies? And there's spikes for his ceiling.
Yeah.
And an auto trader.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god.
Yeah, this is going all right.
Yeah, this isn't bad.
It's a-
like
He's not as hard as he was when I was little and trying to fight him wrong.
about an hour ago.
Yeah.
Lord.
Oh, there's the Kwanger up the yeah.
Up he's going to that big Kawang city in the sky.
Yep. Kwanger's weapon is so cool. I love it.
I know, I love it.
Like, I had to give one more,
Right.
and you actually kind of want to use it
Hey,
again
it's that
here.
Mario Brothers bad guy.
Yep, because you can just use that to get the stuff that's
Why
hidden.
is he laughing? His friends just died, and he is inevitably gonna.
Hey.
That man. Do you know what X is gonna remember that man for the rest of his life?
Yeah, he got. They laugh when they hit you.
They. I mean, but he was.
Yeah. Look, it's Mandrill again.
Yeah. And you're still doing the cool freeze frame. Freeze frame. Dude, he can't even escape the ricochet. Like, my man has got nowhere to go. Look at him. Oh, bitch.
I love that this looks like he sucker punched him.
He's in Reploid heaven. Like, I swear to God, man. I swear to God, if he didn't have that weapon.
Oh, I wonder who's coming up now.
Oh, yeah. This is
You find Storm Eagle and he's just floating dead at the top of the tank. I want to. Damn it! Now I want to play a version of Mega Man X where Sigma is an idiot, like a bad pet owner.
Oh my God. He kind of is already, though.
Yeah, I mean he is waging war for no reason. I mean humans and Reploids are. It's kind of never really stated outright exactly what the relationship between humans and Reploids are. You don't really see too many humans other than Dr. Kane, but the gist of it is that they were living relatively peacefully.
Right.
Except Sigma got let power get to his head, or a virus. It's power.
You cut off his arms again.
Yep. Just so cool that you can do it.
Oh yeah.
And rolling shield, yeah, the rolling shield is his weapon, weakness weapon. It does a pretty absurd amount of damage if you can get past his attacks. And it's actually kind of hard to do that unless you just send it over his head and let the recoil hit him.
Right.
Rebound, rather.
You give him the old Dennis Rodman.
Mm-hmm. Yep. There's all right, let's get out of the water. Let's just get out. Let's just get out.
The water's kind of boring. It's like
Oh, and this is kind of interesting. You gotta experiment a little to get this. Figure out what all the alternate.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that's the secondary function of Sting Chameleon.
Spy community.
Yep.
Is it the only
damage
time
immunity? You can't shoot in that form.
Oh
you don't take damage though.
I like how you just sort of slowly like
yeah, just let the conveyor belt. Look, this is here for a reason. X would be the kind of guy who like, look, it's dangerous to walk on the escalator. Just let it take you. You cut off his nose.
Oh my God.
So now he can't shoot the oil at you, which means he can't set it on fire.
That is not the manufacturer's intended.
He's a little pig now. A giant pig, rather. Oh, and... Okay. Flame Mammoth didn't last that long.
More like lame mammoth.
Yeah, it's kind of a shame he didn't get more speaking lines of that opening anime from the PSP. Of course. I do kind of like the old days where you have to just read the instruction manual, play the game, put the rest together yourself.
Right.
Because when they start telling you too much of a story, you realize, okay, maybe these guys, they can make a great game. But maybe they don't really know exactly why you like Mega Man.
Oh, yeah.
So they give X, like, a really girly voice, and that's fine, but it's not really fitting to his character. Like, when you look at X, you don't think, okay, this is a prepubescent child.
Right.
And it kind of detracts from his dual being as a consummate badass and a pacifist. He doesn't like fighting. He's just good at it when he needs to.
Right, which is even more badass. Yeah. God, this guy's taking you to the woodshed.
Yeah, he's a pretty tough boss, and actually this is kind of...
It looks fucking annoying.
He's got a lot of interesting things going for him. He's teaching you a lot of things really late in the game. Almost like this is a boss that you have to get past to justify that you're ready for Sigma.
Did you just use a sub-tank?
Yes.
Oh, man. You're,
see, there's a lot of things going on in this boss fight. And this is kind of unlike any boss fight we've really had up until this point. And the only other boss left to go is Sigma. It's almost like the designers realized, look, Sigma's a pretty tough boss. We need to find someone... We need a gatekeeper here. Is this person ready to fight Sigma?
Right.
Well, can they deal with the walls no longer being safe? Can they deal with there being two things to dodge? Or more?
We've got a lot of time left.
Well, there's ending credits.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I'm showing off Mega Man X, not me playing Mega Man X.
Oh, hey, I get it, man. Like, honestly, I'm gonna be perfectly honest with you. Like, watching this playthrough is stressing me the fuck out.
Now,
like,
remember how I use that energy tank? This is the
oh, you're farming one.
Yeah, this
Okay.
is. They put this here for specifically that reason, because chances are pretty good you're gonna die to Sigma at least once.
I like the
So you don't have to leave. You don't have to go farm the other stages. You can just do this. Now it's hell on the thumbs. You're not going to want to do it. So obviously you're just going to.
and your thumbs are probably already hurt pretty bad at this point. So this is.
But this is I only used one sub tank, so I don't have to do too much. Don't have to do too much. Yeah. See, got 4 energy tanks. I am as ready as I'm ever going to be to fight Sigma.
And yet still not. But are you ready to face your? Are you ready to face your
You got to
comrade?
face the guy who you used to look up to, quite literally, because he's pretty tall.
Look, now he's got kind of a smirk.
And-
Welcome! I see you managed to get here by yourself.
Oh,
Very
yeah.
impressive.
By yourself. Where's Zero, by the way? Look at his little grin.
I could destroy you, but I would not want to.
He knows
how to deal with betrayers. I
Because
like it's not traitors, it's betrayers, because that's not clumsy to say.
Yeah, you're a race trader, X. You should be working with me. Your multicultural ways are doomed, X. Look,
Look, it's Evil Rush.
Yeah, it pretty much is. Oh.
He's probably not named after a good band at all.
Now, he's not hard to beat, but this isn't the only thing you're going to have to fight, so obviously it's annoying.
You don't want to waste all that
because
as much
you've
health
lost.
as you just
I'm
did.
at half health, and I've got 2 fights.
What's his name?
Velgarder, I think.
Excellent job, X. I see why Zero counted on you. Where is he again, by the way? You are almost as good
Or,
as
no, D-Rex or something. I don't know. I don't know.
the time of your destruction as alive. You will show regret having ever having defied me.
Yeah.
Oh, the cape's off. Oh, and the lightsaber's out. Oh my god. Duel the face.
Yeah. Now, this
I've seen
boss,
through the lies of the replicants.
Now, this boss took me a long time to get through as a child.
Oh my god,
And
look at the grace.
And I have, basically it's just about timing your shots as well as you can, and I didn't do it very well that time. But there's a...
Are you not going to die? Are you going to get him? Oh, you got 3 energy tanks.
I have
yeah,
energy
dog.
I have 4 energy tanks.
Oh,
Remember,
yeah, because you
I
fought
topped that one off.
Yeah, you actually spent like 5 minutes telling me that you did that. I'm sorry.
The thing is, his pattern changes. He doesn't land at the same spot. He doesn't start his jumps at the same spot.
Yeah.
So you gotta keep an eye on him because his feet will kick you in the face on the
I
way
like
down.
how even when he's at low life, though, he's like, hang on, hold up. Should I do something other than wall jumping? No. Sigma, you got this far?
Oh, he has a ton of interesting attacks, but you have to be at ground level, and he will
No, that's
wreck
what I
you.
mean. Like,
Like, it's one thing when you're a child and you think this is it. Okay,
Right.
you can go all out on his
oh,
form.
look at that color scheme. Oh,
Oh, look at his. He's so happy.
look. You dumb motherfucker.
Look.
Look, he's dancing, dude. He's flexing on you. Oh, dude, and it's a wolf, dude. That is badass.
It looks like a rat. I'm not gonna lie.
No, it's a dude. It's badass.
It's a wolf.
wolf.
Okay, it's a wolf, yeah.
Look at him, dude. He's like, yeah, you didn't expect the big dogs.
Now, as you can expect, there's only one way. Only one way to hit this guy.
The head.
If you can't run with the big dogs, stay off the shit. Stay off the porch. Stay on the porch. All right.
Which is funny because to run with the big dogs, he would have to leave.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
All right. Doing some good damage here. Haven't taken too much damage in turn. Oh!
Oh,
That's an easy one.
There's all that damage you've been
And
missing.
that's an easy one to dodge too. See, just gotta stay out of the way. It's the
Yep.
it's the other things he spits up that hurt.
The
And of course the paws. He'll go free with those, and you need him to do those attacks.
why is his fucking mouth open? Like, god
That's his
damn
cannon.
it, Sigma.
Oh, yeah, Sigma's mouth, not his.
Yeah, his
okay.
mouth. Look, his
Well,
mouth's
he's happy.
open.
He's smiling. He's having.
It's stupid.
He's
Like,
been waiting an hour for you to get here. Let him have this. look, Zero is dead. As far as he's concerned, you're going to be dead. He's at the top of his game right now. All right, he's doing the fire thing, so that gives you a little bit of a rest. But god damn it!
Could you imagine his instructions to the engineers? Like, hey man, I need a badass wolf thing. Why? In case someone shows up and kills me, I want my head to float up in this badass wolf thing. Like, hey, what do you think I need a badass wolf thing for?
Now you'll notice that this form of his is not complete. It is still under construction.
Oh, it's not even fully operational.
It doesn't have arms or an abdomen yet.
But does he need arms when his hands
It's
move
still
so
plugged.
freely?
It's still plugged in.
Oh yeah.
You see?
It comes back in a later game, doesn't it?
Like his whole shtick is battle bodies. In X3, he has a battle bodies that is just beautiful. They went all out. The designers went all out designing this battle body, but they handed the concept art off to the game designer, and they're like, dude, we can't code this thing. It can't. This is ridiculous.
This thing cannot be.
So it's basically just Sigma doing his smirk, his cat grin smirk, and his body just moves, but none of his arms do. He's like that. He's an action figure that is actually a model. Oh, and speaking of,
I'm not gonna lie.
Game's over.
It was more intense you climbing the platforms to the castle than it was the last boss.
Oh yeah.
For me. No, it's not possible. I'm a Reploid. I can't be destroyed by you.
But yeah, because you're not a Reploid.
Why, X? Why have you done this to us? I'm literally blowing up, but having this long gun without the humans, my Reploid.
Yeah, without the humans, everything would have been great.
But without the humans, who would have built you in the first place? Checkmate, atheist. So
Oh, and there's the reveal. He was on a literal floating castle, which is why that jumping puzzle was so obnoxious.
Yeah,
it was completely necessary.
And now the oceans flash boil and all life on Earth ceases to exist.
Yep. And this is where the rest of the runtime for the video is coming, because there's a lot of epilogue here. And we get to see X's characterization. He's at the top of his game, but he's not, he doesn't really like this.
Exhausted. He's listen to that. He's a robot and he's exhausted. That's
Look, he had a few visits from his hollow dad.
Look, exhausted. X gazed at the destruction he helped cause. There's that sort of
why
hero's
he chose
conflict.
to fight. Was there another way? Standing on the cliff, the answer seemed to escape.
God.
He only knows that he'll fight the Mavericks again before he finds his answer.
But how does he know that? He just killed how the hell does he know that he's gonna fight him again?
Well, the thing is, there were Mavericks before Sigma. There's gonna be Mavericks after him. Of course, there's not gonna be an after Sigma. Come on, let's be real. He's too good of a boss.
How long will he keep fighting? How long will his pain? Oh my God! Like
only the X-Buster
on his hand knows for sure. Oh my God, dude, that is the thing a boomer puts on his T-shirt with the skull guy on.
Yeah, only my 44 knows for sure.
How long will I love America? Only my gun knows for sure.
Only with X, it's actually sincere. Like,
right,
damn it.
Sincere.
This is just my job now.
Yeah.
I fixed the printer at the office, so now every time it breaks, they're gonna find me, and I'm not gonna be allowed to do my job.
Oh God.
Because he wasn't a fighter. He started off as just a lab assistant. He was helping Dr. Kane on
Ball diverse.
He just like woke up. Dr. Kane's like, "Oh wow, you're really cool," and like, yeah, I'm gonna build some Reploids based off you. Like, yeah, I guess I'll help you do that. Then
the flamingo,
the turn cannon, the lift cannon, the flamer,
death
Rogamer.
Dig labor. I like the dig labor.
That's good.
Oh my God, someone needs to come up with that as like a leftist sort of
dig labor.
The
Dodge Blaster.
The ladder yatter. Yeah, that sounds like a Pearl Jam B-side. Yeah.
Worm. 1855J. Oh, that's
the Beau
that
spider.
That's that one guy with the D-Rex. Oh,
the Velgarder was the dog.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, Velgarder. It's dawn now. Oh, look, he's remembering his friends that he had to kill.
Yeah.
Oh, this is terrible.
Like these aren't
he's running away from his problems.
Yeah, it's quite literally, and it's.
Oh, look how oh my God! Like,
like these are people you knew, and remember when the game began, you had none of this armor, none of these skills, none of this guilt.
Oh my
and
god,
you were running
Don.
to the right.
Oh my god, Don.
You're literally running back. It's literally the intro stage in reverse. Quite literally. Like, the only way this could be even more on the nose is if, like, humans were driving on their way to work without being attacked by all these
god.
people. Oh, Sigma.
Look, he's happy again.
Yeah. And Zero.
Oh my god.
Oh.
He can't take it anymore.
Best part.
You made the right decision.
Oh my god.
And you as Mega Man X.
Oh god.
That's so nice.
Do you get a thank you Capcom thank you screen?
Yeah. There's another credit sequence after this.
Oh, that tells us the people that actually made the game.
Yeah, look at that conspicuous little box back there.
Thank you, Cal. Thank you, Sabori, Sokka,
Dewey.
and Dewey.
Rippa
Dude, Rippa HK. That is like the coolest object designer ever. What's with these people's names?
I don't know, actually. Rippa HK, he's an illustrator.
He an illustrator too? Like,
Whoa.
what can Rippa...
This is a Renaissance man.
Elf did the sound design? The band that Dio was in the 70s?
Explains so much, or nothing at all, I'm not sure. Professor
F. Professor X was busy saving the world. Honolulu Yama. He was in assistance. Why did it get dark?
Oh, no, it fixed itself.
Oh,
I
okay.
probably... Oh, yeah, I probably had to click on it or something like that.
Yeah.
Capcom All Staff. Thanks for playing. Presented by X. Now, notice that this seems to be just the end. But if you leave the runtime just a little longer...
Don't hit that dial.
Yeah. There's that box. It's an empty box. They're not... This isn't just out of nowhere. You know something's going on.
Same Capcom time, same Capcom place.
No, this is actually...
Oh my god, this is taking forever. This is actually more nerve-wracking than climbing the cliff.
It actually is kind of scary because you're not playing anymore, but like, wait. What's that?
You can't take your eyes off the box.
There's one last secret. There's got to be a secret. What's this?
You have won a temporary victory, X. What you destroyed was only a temporary body. My spirit remains intact. Oh my god, it's Palpatine.
In time, I will find other bodies strong enough
to do my bidding. Oh my god, this is terrifying.
I'll see you again, X.
Very soon. Oh my god, what? Is that like in X's HUD display?
Pretty much. Like, this is like, you've got mail.
Oh my god.
Now imagine you're like, it's like one of those Outer Limits episodes. Oh, never mind. Yeah, it's one of those Outer Limits episodes where, you hit a hitchhiker and he disappears. Like, oh, I guess that was just an illusion. Then you get like email like, man, you hit me.
Oh god. But that was your favorite video game of all time.
It was.
That was
believe it or not.
I didn't even play it, and it was intense. It was an intense experience for me.
Such a good game. So well put together.
Absolutely. And so if you liked the video, be sure to share it with your friends. If you didn't like the video, mind your own goddamn business. Where's your video of Mega Man X?
Smash that computer.
Where's your video of Mega Man X? So yeah, smash that computer. Quit watching shit if you don't like watching shit. Like, screw you, man. Like, we made a good video, didn't we? We made a good video. So yeah.
Look, just live your best life.
Yeah. You know what? I'm sorry. That came from a place of me not liking myself. Good luck to you.
That'll happen.
So anyway, this is the boys at Donoram signing off.
Merry Christmas or Happy Holidays, whatever.
Whenever.